President Muhammadu Buhari has received the routine interim report and updates on nationwide activities of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. Chairman of PTF, Mr. Boss Mustafa, who spoke to the State House correspondents on the outcome of the closed-door meeting, said he also briefed the President on overall positions of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. Mustafa said that the PTF may introduce community-based approach as part of measures to curb the spread of the disease in the country.
Well, this is part of the briefing exercise. I think this is about the third time that we've had cause to submit an interim report to him on our activities as a task force, and also to update him on preparations for the other phases of engagement that we have put in place. So this is a routine briefing, and we've supplied him with all the material that is required to look at the issues, because we are in for a long haul. This is not a short distance race, it's a marathon, and we have to keep everything in perspective. You remember on the 27th of April he addressed the nation and placed easing down of the lockdown effective from the 4th of May. And from then to date is about 13 days. Tomorrow, 18th, we should expect a new processes to be put in place, but we have to give him all the material details that should help us in preparing for the future. That is precisely why we're here. We might not be there totally now, but I'm confident that looking at the strategies that we are putting in place going forward will strengthen those objectives that we have substantially achieved, which are purpose-driven in terms of dealing with COVID-19. And like I said, it's not a 100-meter race. It's a marathon. So at every given time, you in place an objective, you achieve it, you move forward. And that's what we are doing. But I can assure you that what proposals were brought today for consideration of Mr. President, looking at it holistically, it will put us in a better frame to deal with the future. Congregations are the easiest places where you can get infection in terms of transmission, and that's why we try as much as possible to discourage congregations in whatever form, because the aged, the sick, and the vulnerable will turn up in congregations. And once they get infected, it becomes another ball game altogether. So the zeal now and the drive would be geared towards community ownership. And the President has already said it will be scientifically dealt with. It is only after that that he can allow it to be tested. But that has been our position, that whatever comes in, whatever cure, whatever solution that is being provided must be subjected to a process of validation. The Minister of Health has institutions under his ministry that are charged statutorily with the processes of validation. Anything that we receive, anything that is locally developed, which we encourage our scientists and our inventors to develop, must go through the processes of validation before we would allow it to be passed to our people for use or consumption.
President Buhari received Madagascar's native formulation against COVID-19 pandemic from the President of Guinea-Bissau, who was on official visit to Nigeria.